Look, if you drive for DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, I'm betting you're missing this step. When I do food delivery, I never think about this step. In fact, I would say that yes, 96% of food delivery drivers are missing this step. And if you don't know about this, it might actually get you blocked from a restaurant. Food delivery. So think about what you're doing here. Where are you missing this step here? Okay, so Mike teaches me to find a good order. Okay, the dollars to mile ratio, the restaurant dollars to time ratio, positioning, any wait time, communication, customer service, any delays, picking up the order, wait times there, going to the customer, not stopping for gas and snacks in between. You missed it. Yeah, there is a step there that I feel like no one thinks about. We all miss this because it's really in the back end, but again, can really affect your side hustle. So let's rewind the whole process, making the delivery, customer, going to the customer, back to the restaurant. So how do you feel? Let me ask you this, comment down below. How do you feel about getting there and it's immediately ready to go? It's on the rack or the waiting area. You're like, awesome, good, I can be on my way. 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's a little bit of a wait. 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes plus. And if you need the cash flow, if you've already canceled enough, so you can't cancel anymore for any reason, you can't quite cancel, it's frustrating you. You don't want to take out that frustration on the restaurant, the staff, etc. Why? Because like a lot of these apps, you rate the customer, rights the end user. These restaurants can also rate you. Now, here's the deal. Does that actually matter? Let's get into it. So look here, this is directly from the Uber Eats Merchant Academy. It's the back end. It's the training modules for these hosts and the restaurants. Really interesting. I have never seen this before, and I'm betting you've never seen this before either. So what does Uber and DoorDash actually tell these hosts about rating their drivers? Okay, so Uber Eats first, they tell the restaurant, make space for a pickup counter. I like that because it can get jam-packed. Designate a waiting area. Exactly. Allocate staff for dine-in and delivery. That makes sense. Well, what about this? Make sure to keep delivery people in the loop, especially if the order is delayed. I mean, come on. How often does that ever happen? Like ever, that a restaurant communicates with you if there's a delay? Comment down below, because on the top of mind, I can't think of any scenarios where I got a text or a message in the app other than maybe an updated ETA. On the merchant end, this is what the host of the restaurant is going to see. And it says, on their tablet, right? Once you accept an order, the system will start to match the order with the delivery person. So giving you an idea of timing there. Now it says, once you finish preparing the order, you can click on ready for pickup. That would just expedite the matching process. But anyway, moving on. Now, before we do, well, firstly, drop a like on this video. Appreciate it. Consider subscribing. If you want the fast track to learn delivery best practices, we have a course, Mastering Delivery, at yourdrivermike.com. And if you want just a simple spreadsheet to track your numbers, if you don't want the A to Z course, you got kind of familiar already, get that spreadsheet also at yourdrivermike.com. But did you know these restaurants actually have 2 strategies to delay you getting to the restaurant? They can click on delay order request at the arrival of you be delayed for that specific order. And they can also click on busy mode at a buffer of 10 to 20 minutes for all orders. All right, but we want to see the rating system, right? What does it look like and how does it affect you? Feedback on delivery people. It'll say picked up in their system. It's going to track it. Hey, you're on the way, picked up and then delivered. And then they can simply leave a thumbs up or thumbs down. So takeaway number 1, if you're driving on Uber Eats, you should all be driving on Uber Eats, diversifying, multi-apping, and apart from that, multi-niching. But how does this affect you? Not really, unless obviously there's something egregious. But Uber Eats makes it, I'd say, a little more challenging to escalate. It says, hey, if there's further support needed, you contact their specific team. But what do I mean that DoorDash is more strict with their rating system. Let's take a look for Dashers. So now on DoorDash's merchant support page, it says you can rate your Dasher now with 3 options, not the thumbs up and thumbs down as Uber had, but the poor, good, or great. Again, neat to see the back end of what these restaurants and hosts are seeing here. So here's a sample layout and it says, hey, delivered by so-and-so. And then they have the rate button here. So takeaway number 2, and again, answering that question, does this stuff really matter? On DoorDash, it really does. And I feel like DoorDash is also more stringent just with you as well, with contract violations, now that I think about it, in comparison with Grubhub and Uber Eats. But check it out. If they give you a rating of a poor, this is what it's going to look like. So what do we got? Dasher unprofessional, late for pickup. I'm really curious. The first time I'm thinking about this actually, is that going to give you an extreme lateness contract violation? I don't think so, because that's based on their internal metrics of arrival time and actual arrival time. Also considering real world factors. That's what DoorDash says. Instructions not fall early for pickup. See, that I feel like you'd have some ratings protection. So most gig apps have, ratings protection. So if the end user, the customer, whatever, rates you poorly for something out of your control, if they said you arrived late, but the app calculates there's a ton of traffic, like I know sporting events, if I got locked up in the North Shore here in Pittsburgh and it takes me 20-ish minutes to get to them, then that's not my fault. Did not have a hot and cold bag. Listen, folks, I am telling you, I understand if it's day one, I get it, but I mean, you can go to like Walmart, Whole Foods, your local grocery store. A lot of times they have hot and cold bags. We do have a team storefront also linked down below to get, some accessories, hot and cold bags. I like a pizza bag and a catering bag as well. I would get them. They last forever. They're really good. But here's how you might get blocked. And I don't think you'll ever even know about it, which is kind of the scary thing here. So it says, Dasher unprofessional then has an option here to click. Do not offer this Dasher future deliveries from my location. Look at the sample here. It says Dasher was yelling at staff and customers in the store. I know it sounds kind of funny, but again, we all have bad days. If you're having a bad day, listen, I understand you go out, it's dead cold. There's nothing going on. It's not even busy. Even if you're multi-apping and multi-niching, this is why I really encourage this just as a side hustle, but still, I understand things can be frustrating. I'm betting, let me know if you agree with this, I'm betting that's a one and done. Like, I feel like the restaurant clicks that once and that is it. It's the same thing as rating a customer. Continuing, it says better help us understand your interactions with Dashers. It says help us, make improvements to Dasher professionalism. I mean, that's on the negative end, but it says reward those who did a good job. I don't think so. Like, not really. So does it matter? Kinda. I mean, if you can be blacklisted here. So obviously, professionalism. I understand. Trust me. I've worked in retail. I've worked customer service. I've dealt with people, and you have things going on, personally and professionally here. So if you need to take a time out, pause the dash, go offline. I always say do like a little mood booster. Get it, whatever, like smoothie, energy drink, a snack, your favorite thing, just to, kind of give you something that you do enjoy here. But do I think most drivers are going to have to worry about that? No. But for that one time when you might get frustrated, I just want to let you know that, because it might be one bad rating and then that restaurant, maybe even your favorite restaurant, might be gone. Just want to let you know.